Welcome back to Mets Dynasty. We are now in the off season, and first thing we gotta do, get new coaches. All right, so we're looking like we are probably going to get the hitting and pitching coach. Looks like the next best offers are Pirates and Orioles. Whenever I'm looking at coaches, I'm obviously looking at their attributes. And in this case, the hitting coach, even though he's got a -3 for drag bunting, his other attributes total up to 8. Drag bunting, in my opinion, that's something that's really used a whole lot. And yeah, you do have to overpay, so yeah, I paid him $2 million just to get him, part of creating a dynasty. Same thing with the pitching coach. His attributes total up to 5. He was the best available, so I overpaid for him. I did only give him 4 years, where I gave the hitting coach 5 years, because when these contracts expire, I don't want to have to be looking for a bunch of the coaches at the same time. The first base coach, farm director, their contracts expire at the end of the season. My priority is going to be farm director, and that's the way I look at getting new coaches. And now we're looking at free agency. I'm going to look at the roster real quick. 40 is 39. Okay, free agent starting pitching. Lifetime 3.01, 27. Eric Skubal, he's 30. He's got better numbers, 2.89 lifetime. Peralta. Jazz Chisholm, 274, 255 on base, 151 slug, OPS, high 7s, low 8s, good fielding. Nico Horner, running low. All right, this is our big board. Looking at starting pitcher Eric Skubal, reliever Evan Phillips, and third baseman Alec Bohm, who will probably slide into the DH spot. Right now we've got $57 million to spend. We're going to probably looking to increase that by trading Sean Manaea, Jesse Winker, AJ Minter, Jose Iglesias, Nick Madrigal, and potentially Derek Hill. Gonna look and see who's out there as far as young players. '18 third baseman, really good numbers right away. Good fielding. Maybe would want to put him at second base. Definitely looking at him. It's going to be a power guy. 4-pitch closer, but he's only got a 91 fastball. Good fielding catcher already. Looks like he's going to be able to hit. Good hitter. Good vision and discipline. He's clutch. Better fielding. Power bat. Not sure what he's going to turn out to be. Probably going to be a good hitter. Good speed for Cho. Let's go ahead and look at the Bs. Only an 89 mile an hour fastball. Might become a lefty platoon. Let's just switch hitter. $90-mile-an-hour fastball, but it's got 5 pitches. Forrest Brown looks like it's going to be good. Control is the only issue so far, and walks for 9. Another good potential closer. Good starter. Definitely looking to pick him up. 3 pitches. No, thank you. Pitches. May not be able to get him. When you look at what's available, starting pitching, 18-19, that's got A potential, it's only 2. That would be Brian Hernandez and Silas Monroe, both are ours. Gonna go to 20. Oh. 21. And then you have Vance Wrigley, one of ours. That bodes well for the future. I want to pick up a couple of these catchers. At least try to. All right, so we're sending Carter Jensen, Nick LaRosa, and AJ Ewing over to the Marlins for that catcher, Tom Pena. All right, relief pitcher Diego Valdez, right fielder Nick Erdman, and starting pitcher Brandon Sproat going over to the Cardinals for catcher Jason Puckett and starting pitcher Mark Garlobo. Looking at a B and A. And now I want to look at some of these closers. The only one. Ooh. Looking at Shamanaya. Shamanaya going over to Texas for closer Diego Guerrero. And he's an A. 18. And now we've got $79 million available. Power bat. Another power bat. Another guy we're not going to get. Really close to getting him. Blade Tidwell, Calvin Ziegler, and George Valera going to the Royals for right fielder Nick Atkin He is an A. Pencil power back. 40-man roster day. And there's no one we want to keep. All right, going to be sending over to the Rockies relief pitchers, Genesis Cabrera, Mason Barnett, and Joel Valdez. And getting back relief pitcher Anthony Molina and second baseman Marcel Fredrickson. 7 years, $79 million. How old is this guy? 30? All right, 8 years, $45 million. Really? Let's see what we get. Unbelievable. I'm looking at career ERA. Year date. Unbelievable. Dodgers, are you kidding me? Hey, we signed somebody. How about that? Signed Evan Phillips. It's a reliever. Hey, we're sending Nick Madrigal, Nick Senzel, and Adam Klopfenstein over to the Detroit Tigers for Julio Polanco, starting pitch. All right, AJ Winter, Jose Iglesias, and Jesse going to Baltimore Orioles for first baseman D'Angelo Ellison and relief pitcher Robert Gregory, all Bs at 22 years old. At this point, we're just going to go ahead and get into the start of the season, fill out the roster, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, sending center fielders Derek Hill and Abe Kirkland over to the Nationals for shortstop Pablo Del Villar. They're in need of a backup shortstop. Fielding's not great, but he can hit. And he's got speed. All right. Center fielder Alejandro Osuna and catcher Lance Dawson going over to Texas for second baseman Travis Guevara. And that should do it. All right, so we're going to go with 5 starters, 5 relievers, 2 closers, 2 catchers, basically 2 first basemen with Trey Morgan, Rule 5. So as soon as the season's over, we're going to be sending him down to the minors. Steve Salazar, Mark Vientos, Lindor, Pablo Del Villar, backup infielder, left field, center field. Carrasco is going to be a backup center fielder because of his speed, 75. And we need to send one down. That's going to be, what do we do with Trey Morgan? There we go. All right, so not so great a preseason. We went 9-18. Let's see what happens in the season. First game, going to be against Miami, opening day.